안녕하세요 여러분. 저는 여러분의 한국어 친구 Natalia입니다. Okay, so today I will be talking about ATracker and how it can help you be productive in your language studies. So back in my January progress video, which you can check out up here or in the description box later, I talked about how much time I was spending studying and how much time I had spent studying using each of my resources. So like this textbook, that textbook, this website, whatever. And I got a lot of questions about it and how to set up ATracker for language studies, how I personally have set it up and things like that. And it's kind of hard to, I guess, explain things in words like without any pictures. So I thought I'd make a video on it just to help you guys out. So I have been using ATracker since 2016. So when you look at mine, you will see all of this like crazy amount of data in there for studying Korean. And the reason I got it, well, I was introduced to the app by Steve Kaufman on his YouTube channel, which I will link down below and up here. But yeah, he talked about it and I was like, oh, this looks like it'll help me because I am a procrastinator and I get distracted very easily. So when he introduced this app saying that it helps him like stay on track of his studies, I was like, he's the polyglot. I should listen to him, right? So I got the app. And since then, I've been able to track how much time I spend using, like I said, all my different resources and how much time I've spent studying Korean overall in all my languages. So up to this point in time, I think it's like 530 hours I've spent learning Korean over the past 2 years. So it's just helped me stay really, I guess, productive. And I'll show you how that works right now. All right. So I guess we'll go ahead and go. This is so awkward. Go! Alrighty, so looking at my iPhone, we are going to click on that beautiful blue app called ATracker, right? And so when you open it up, you see all the tasks that I've added to this app. There's a lot. But if you click on the filter option in the top left-hand corner, you can see all the categories that I have added to this app. So I have my German, I have my Korean, Chinese, and then when you click on those categories, you can see all the tasks that fall under that category. So let's talk about how to create a category, I guess, for starters. So you're gonna go back to the home page. You're gonna click on this little icon that looks like a little box of index cards. You're gonna click on that, and then there should be another box that looks kind of like a filing cabinet. You're gonna click on that one, and then you're gonna click on the plus button, and it'll allow you to add a category. You're gonna name it, you're gonna pick a color for it, and you're pretty much set. So I'm gonna go ahead and do YouTube just because I've realized I need to start tracking how much time I spend editing videos and stuff like that because I think it takes me much longer than it should. But yeah, so that's what you do for your language studies, label it Korean, whatever. And then you're gonna go back to the home page and you're gonna click on the box again and then click the plus button, and there it will allow you to add a task. So talk to me in Korean. You're gonna pick an icon that you associate with Talk to Me in Korean, and then maybe you'll change it to a certain color. Maybe you'll change it to blue because it's Talk to Me in Korean. But yeah, so you'll add the color, put it in a category, add an icon, whatever. And then another thing is that if you click on those arrows that kind of cross, it'll allow you to put them in alphabetical order. Sorry, I like mine in alphabetical order so I can find them. But yeah, I'm just saying. So when you go back to your categories from YouTube, when I click on YouTube, I can see the two tasks that I added, Instagram pictures and video prep, right? So if I click on one of those tasks, it starts a timer. And if I click on it again, it stops the timer. So basically it's timing how much time you spend using this or doing that task. And that's really helpful to me because when I'm studying, I'm not gonna knowing there's a timer going, I'm not gonna open up Facebook or something because then I'm gonna just have an inaccurate number of how many hours I've been spending studying, which to me is really important because I really want to know those, I wanna know that data. So yeah, there's that. And then when you click on the history, it'll show you all the tasks that you've done for that whole day or whatever your range is. And it'll say, okay, today you spent a total of 2 hours learning vocabulary, or total of whatever, doing this. And then if you go to, what's it called? Oh, report. If you go to report, it'll show you this lovely pie chart. And this part is my favorite, honestly, because it'll show you, okay, so out of all the hours you logged today, this many were spent doing this and this many were spent doing that. So I believe when you first open it up, it'll show you all the tasks from every category. And then if you click on the squares, the 4 squares in the corner, it'll show you like the categories as a whole. Like you spent 5 hours studying Korean, you spent 1 hour doing German or whatever. And then if you actually click on that part of the pie chart, so if it says like Korean on this side and German over here, you click on Korean and it'll show you all the Korean activities you did for that day, or whatever the range is. So for me, my range is set for the whole year from January 1st all the way to December 31st, because I really want to keep track of like that data, but I can always change it. So if I want to see, oh, just February, just January, whatever, I can do that. And I think it's also important to mention that you can move this data. So you can like archive it, you can export it, you can send it to someone via email. Because I know a lot of you guys are asking me like, hey, that's cool, but will it save my data if I get a new phone? Will it save my data if I do this? I personally have never backed it up anywhere, but yes, it has that option. And then I think it's also important to note that I have the paid version. So when I first got this app in 2016, I started off with the free version, to see if I was actually going to use it or not. And with the free version, you can only create 5 tasks. So after I'd used it and I was like, okay, yes, this is something I do want to use, I went ahead and paid for the full version. I think when I bought it, it was like $5. I don't know what it is anymore, but yeah. So when I bought it, it kept all my data. So I know that was another concern for you guys. Like, what if I start using it and then I buy the full version? What happens to my data? So for me, it kept all my data. But again, it's been 2 years. So just saying, things could have changed, but I don't see why they wouldn't, save the data. But again, you can back it up. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, I guess those are the basics, or the technical part of how I personally set up my ATracker. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. All right, so I hope that wasn't like too boring and like technical, but you guys were asking me really specific questions, so I really wanted to make sure that I could cover everything so I could answer everyone's question as best as I could. I know I divided up my categories by language, but if you're only studying one language, I think it would be cool if you, instead of like categories of language, you did like listening, reading, writing, and speaking, because honestly, I kind of wish I had those categories now, but since I've been doing it for 2 years a certain way, I don't want to switch it, because yeah, that'd be a lot of work to move everything around. But I mean, just a thought. But yeah, so if you guys ended up like using ATracker, or if you're gonna get it now and set it up, let me know how it goes. I'm really curious, because I know I'm a very like person, so I don't know if this will help a lot of people or not. But yeah, if you end up getting it and you end up like using it and setting it up, just let me know how it works out for you. Like, how did you set yours up? Did you like do like language categories? Are you gonna do like section categories, like listening, reading, writing? I don't know, I'm just a very curious person. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful, and again, I hope it wasn't too boring or long or anything. But yeah, if you have any more additional questions, go ahead and ask them down below. I'll do my best to answer them, and that's it. So I'll see you guys next time. Tama bayo, guys. Bye.